in a victory salute. He's pulling down his pants. Put up your pants, my man. Pull up those pants. He's being chased to the 30. He breaks a tackle from a security guard. The 20, down the middle, the 10, the 5. He slides at the 1, and they converge on him at the goal line.
The roar of the crowd, the clash of helmets, the drama of a game-winning drive. None of it hits the same without a legendary voice to immortalize the moment. Commentators don't just call plays, they craft history, turning bone-crushing tackles and Hail Mary passes into timeless stories. Today, we're ranking the 10 greatest Super Bowl voices ever, and Terry Bradshaw fans, brace yourselves. He's not here. Before we break the huddle, do us a favor, like, share, and follow for more deep dives into sports royalty. Now, let's kick off the countdown.
It was also the first Super Bowl for the legendary announcing team of Pat Summerall and John Madden.
At number 1, the undisputed GOATs are Pat Summerall and John Madden. Summerall's velvet baritone was the calm to Madden's storm of enthusiasm. A duo so iconic, their partnership redefined sports broadcasting. Madden's boom and chalkboard genius made complex schemes feel like backyard strategy talks, while Summerall's stoic precision elevated every snap. Together, they narrated 8 Super Bowls, turning games into cultural events.
Second and goal. There's balls.
Closing in at number 2 are Jim Nantz and Tony Romo. Nantz's polished gravitas meets Romo's prophetic energy, a modern-day symphony. Romo's knack for predicting plays before the snap, watch for the corner blitz, isn't just analysis, it's sorcery. Paired with Nantz's effortless storytelling, they've become the heartbeat of CBS's coverage, blending nostalgia with nail-biting foresight.
Yeah. This is Dan Connolly, the right guard. The right guard. Still going.
Number 3 belongs to Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. Michaels, the man behind Do You Believe in Miracles?, brings a historian's depth, while Collinsworth's wit and sharp critique, love him or hate him, keep Sundays electric. Their synergy on Sunday Night Football is a masterclass in balancing gravitas with grit.
Good broadcast. Joe Bach along with Troy Aikman. And welcome to...
Sliding into 4th are Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. 2 decades strong, Buck's laser-focused play-by-play pairs with Aikman's quarterback wisdom. Whether dissecting a blown coverage or a legacy-defining touchdown, their chemistry feels like eavesdropping on football's inner circle.
His electricity has helped this offense, but he's also thrown 4 interceptions. What do you do if you're play calling from Baltimore right now? Yep.
Rounding out the top 5 are Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. When Tirico stepped into Michaels' shadow, he didn't flinch. His versatility and Collinsworth's seasoned snark make NBC's booth a clinic in adaptability.
Turned around a little bit, huh?
You're sitting on something. You sat on the call.
The second half of our list kicks off with Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olsen at 6. Burkhardt's electric calls and Olsen's tight end savvy turned Fox's B team into must-watch TV. At 7, Ian Eagle and Charles Davis. Eagle's fiery delivery and Davis's defensive intellect are a 1-2 punch of adrenaline.
Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins have just scored. Gesicki, the tight end, got a laser in the back of the end.
Coming in hot at 8, Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. Harlan's voice could make a grocery list sound epic, while Green's QB insights decode offenses like a playbook wizard. 9 goes to Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. Michaels' vintage brilliance meets Herbstreit's college kid energy, proving even Thursday nights deserve legends. And at 10, the future are Adam Amon and Mark Sanchez. Amon's infectious energy and Sanchez's raw, unfiltered takes are a Gen Z touchdown. But wait, honorable mentions. Howard Cosell's bravado, Gus Johnson's hype man screams, and Dick Enberg's poetic gravity remind us Greatness isn't confined to rankings.
Play fake. Bedford sets up deep in the pocket. Goes down the field for Smith.
So, who's your MVP of the mic? Let us know in the comments, share this list, and
NFL players who got arrested at the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl season is when players are supposed to be in top shape, but in the case of these NFL stars, it was the season of legal fumbles.
If I get a chance to hit you, I'll try to knock your head off, politely.
Eugene Robinson's arrest on the eve of Super Bowl 33 in 1999 is one of the most ironic incidents in NFL history. The day before the game, Robinson, who played as safety for the Atlanta Falcons, received the Bart Starr Award, an honor given to players who exemplify a high moral character. A few hours later, he was arrested for soliciting an undercover police officer.
To hear the word solicitation is still painful. And I gotta call it what it is.
His performance at the Super Bowl the following day wasn't much more honorable. He gave up an 80-yard touchdown reception by blowing his coverage and missed a tackle on the rival team's running back. Falcons ended up losing 34-19 to the Denver Broncos.
Dude, I cried all night.
Unsurprisingly, Robinson was asked to return his Bart Starr Award.
But yeah, it was painful, man. I cried the entire night, that night.
Warren Sapp retired in 2008 after 13 consecutive seasons in the NFL. As a player, he kept a clean record, but it was during his career as a sports analyst that he completely tarnished his reputation.
Let's get it, because I have the skills you want to see. I'll show you.
His first arrest was during Super Bowl 44 for allegations of DV. These charges were eventually dropped, but the NFL Network had already cancelled his appearances on their programs. The second time he got arrested was the day after Super Bowl 49, this time on counts of soliciting and assault. The video of the police interrogation went viral, adding to his humiliation. Despite these charges getting dropped as well, the NFL Network decided to terminate his contract for good. Ray Lewis is a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame and one of the most iconic figures in the sport's history. But once upon a time, he was charged in a murder case.
The prosecution told the jury it will be able to follow a blood trail from Ray Lewis's seat in a limousine to his hotel room.
In the year 2000, the Baltimore Ravens linebacker attended a Super Bowl 34 party with a group of friends. A fight broke out between Lewis's entourage and another group, resulting in the deaths of 2 men.
Then Melissa Keeler, who witnessed the post-Super Bowl fight from her apartment, described on a dummy how one of the victims was beaten.
Other witnesses said Ray Lewis yelled at everyone inside the limo to keep their mouths shut and not say anything.
Lewis and 2 of his friends were charged with murder. He entered a plea bargain, leading to his murder charges being dismissed in exchange for testifying against his 2 friends.
I just cut loose some people that weren't supposed to be on my train.
Lewis was eventually convicted of obstruction of justice and received 1 year probation as his sentence. He was also fined $250,000 by the NFL, but continued to play for the Ravens and was even named MVP at the Super Bowl 35, just 1 year following the murder case.
Do you think it'll ever be behind you in the minds of people? How do you handle it? If I had to go through that to be sitting right here, then so be it.